Welcome to Scott Braswell Stadium on the campus of John T. Hoggard High School. We've got JV football action for you tonight. The Hoggard JV team is going to take on the North Brunswick Scorpions, and we've got all the action for you here on the Hoggard Sports YouTube channel. Got a different crew here tonight with me. Got Daniel Gillespie with a headset on and running our camera as usual, and Johnny Adams as well. So we'll do our best here to bring you the action of the JV team. Captains out here, we're about 3 minutes away from kickoff for Hoggard. Captains are number 8, Caden Holler, number 13, James Williams, number 52, Jake Austin, and number 56, Julio Lima Roma. And for North Brunswick, number 6, Amari Smith, number 10, Jamin Pigford, number 56, Nasir Hines, and number 66, Gavin Lindbert. Guys, the JV team's coming off a tough loss on Saturday against Laney. Game was scoreless for a long time, and then finally Laney put a couple touchdowns on the board in the fourth quarter. Hoggard got one late, but it just a little bit too late, and suffered their first loss of the season. So the Vikings are 3-1. You guys were here for the game. I saw the fourth quarter, but what do you expect to see different from the Vikings tonight?
I don't know. The conditions are better. Saturday was incredibly windy, and so it made a big difference which direction you were going and when you were throwing the ball and punting. Today, this is spring football, so warm weather, mild. So I don't think that'll affect the game, and Hoggard's defense has been pretty stout. You know, outside of number 2 for Laney last week, Hoggard has done really well defensively. So I expect them to continue that. It's just whether they can put points on the board or not.
Well, and two, Daniel, there was the difference I thought in that game was Laney had 2 to 3 athletes that played both sides of the ball, and they were big factors in that game. And, you know, North Brunswick can have, I haven't seen them play, but typically they do have some athletic guys. Yeah. They're going to have speed. And that was the difference in the Laney game. The conditions, like you said, were a factor. But we got down there and we had some opportunities. We got deep in their territory and then just couldn't complete the some fourth down tries that we did. And obviously it was so windy we couldn't kick the ball.
Hoggard.
So I look tonight to try to contain. If they got some athletic guys, that will. But they do look like they have small numbers over there too. They don't have a very big roster. So I expect a lot of guys will be playing both sides of the ball.
North Brunswick won the toss and deferred, so Hoggard will be receiving the opening kickoff, if we saw that correctly out there. See if we're playing 10-minute or 12-minute quarters tonight. Been playing 10-minute, but then we played 12, I think, on Saturday. So see how much time Coach Cox puts up there. Looks like it's going to be 12-minute quarters tonight. This is the last home JV football game. There's just not going to be enough time to put that South Brunswick game. There's no days to be able to fit it in there. So these guys will close their season next week on the road at Topsail on Wednesday. And so a short 6-game season for the Viking JV team. Hopefully they can finish up these last 2 games with a couple of wins to finish up spring football. North Brunswick is going to kick off. Caden Holler and Skylar Merrill deep to receive for the Vikings, and looks like it's going to be number 13, Eric Mosley, to kick off for North Brunswick.
Set to kick off.
Beautiful night here, a little warm. We were freezing last Friday night at Laney, and the wind blowing all over the place. And right now this is more like a late August, early September football game right now.
Definitely.
There's the kick fielded by Holler. Good return. Dancing through people right there, and he's going to be out close to the 40-yard line. So good return there. Tackle made on the play by Cody Callahan.
Returns the kick.
And it'll be where Hoggard opens up
Out across
the first
35
possession of the
yard line.
game at the 38-yard line.
To the 38, tackle was made by number 7.
Quarterback
Cody
for the
Gallagher.
Vikings, number 15, Brody Sumner. Couple of wide receivers out, three
Quarterback
wide
for the
receivers
Vikings,
out
number
here to this
15,
side of the
Brody
field
Sumner.
for the first play of the game. And we've got a flag right off the bat. Got to figure that's got to be false start on Hoggard, so that's going to back the Vikings up 5 yards.
Back up the football 5 yards. First and
Almost looked like we didn't know if we were supposed to go in motion or we were kind of jogging through there. The timing just seemed to be off.
Definitely not the way you want to start the first drive.
Not with that great field position, no sir.
Sumner under center, hands the ball off, and get most of the yard, or a little bit more of the yardage back that we lost. That tackle made by Eric Mosley, ball carrier on that play for the Vikings. Anybody see who that is? What number?
Number 13 made that tackle.
Yeah, who was the ball carrier for us?
I did not see that.
ball carrier for the Vikings, number 9, Kyle McCarthy.
Okay, and Kyle McCarthy is who they
Pick
said
up
took
a
that
6,
handoff,
tackle made by number
usually a
15.
tight end.
Lining up in the backfield.
Sumner completes that pass to McCarthy again, and he's got a first down out across midfield. Going to be blown dead at about the 47-yard line.
Second and 9,
Once again,
pass complete to
Eric
number 9,
Mosley with the
Kyle
tackle.
McCarthy on the slant pattern.
They went to him a
That's
good
a
bit the
gain
first 2
of
games of the
about
season, and
14
of
yards
late,
and
the
a
last couple
Vikings
games,
first down.
he hasn't had as much
Vikings now into
opportunity.
Scorpion territory.
McCarthy has it again. No, excuse me, that's number 8,
Halfback toss
Caden
right
Holler.
side to McCarthy, and he's chopped down on the far side of the football field by Psyche Bryant, number 8.
Number 8 for the Vikings with the carry. Caden Holler, number 8, Psyche Bryant with the tackle for
Second and 6 to go.
North Brunswick. Second down and 6 for the Vikings as we are at the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. Hoggard moving the ball on their first drive of the game.
Caden did a good job of falling forward there after he got tripped up and getting a couple out of that.
Spoonful of number 9, Kyle McCarthy, early to start the game. Short yardage.
Hang on, we got to get the.
Second down. Tackle made by number 4, Brandon Moody.
That's number 8, Caden Holler on the carries. Kyle's number 9, Caden's number 8. Helping our PA guy. These are the numbers that are hard to read from a distance, and 8 and 9 look exactly alike. So it's third down and 6 for the Vikings. I'm trying to do a good job of keeping your scoreboard updated there with time and score, but might be a little difficult tonight. Pitch out here on the side to Caden Holler, and he's going to be
Toss left side to
brought
number
down
8,
at about the
Caden
same
Holler.
spot. Tackle on the play once again by number 13, Eric Mosley. We've called his name out a lot
Tackle
so
made by
far.
number 13,
Daniel,
Eric
that play just
Mosley.
they looked too close together. Didn't look like there was enough width there. I mean, he almost could have handed him the ball there.
Fourth down,
Looked like it was
5
supposed to be a
yards go.
designed
Football's
option.
at the 42. Hoggard punting unit on the field.
Good snap, and the kick is away. Fielded by Eric Mosley. And he is running down the sideline. Jonathan Sorrells, the punter, knocks him out of bounds. But a big return
Tackle was
for
made by the
North
punter,
Brunswick.
Jonathan Searles.
Job by Jonathan to
Big
get down
return
there
down the
to
left sideline
knock him
for
out of
13.
bounds, get over there. He did a good
Mosley
job of
fielded the punt
hanging
all the
back
way
like he's
to
supposed to be
12-yard
and
line.
went over there and made that play to prevent a touchdown.
If he hadn't have gotten there,
Turned it
he
out across
was gone.
midfield.
Yeah, nice solid tackle.
Looks
To
like
the
number 13 might be
49.
that athlete we were talking about in
Scorpions
pregame.
will begin
He's
in
doing a little
Hoggard
bit of everything,
Yep.
and he's lining up in the backfield right now.
territory.
Might be the
First and
quarterback.
10.
I think number 3, Teron Green, might be the quarterback.
Okay.
Mosley, a running back there with him. So North Brunswick's first possession, the game starts right at midfield. They're going to throw it on the first play. He had a man down there. Deshaun Green was open, but the pass just a little bit overthrown. Bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 49.
Deshaun Green. Pass falls incomplete.
Blake Fisher there in coverage, it looked like.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 49.
Second down and 10. Shotgun formation. Fumbled snap, and he dives on the ball to pick it up. Teron Green didn't handle that snap very well. And
Teron Green able to get back on it.
It's going to be 3rd down. There was a loss of about 2 yards on the play there. So we got 3rd and 12.
On the other 49-yard line.
We are clock moving here. Under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Each team has had the ball with good field position. Hoggard was unable to do anything with it. North Brunswick faced with 3rd and long here from their own 49-yard line. Handoff up the middle to number 21, Jabril DeShiel. And he's going to get about half of the yardage that he needs, as we have all of a sudden got a large B convention up here with us. Zachary Miller and Anthony David in on the tackle right there. It's going to be 4th down and 5 yards to go.
Football's at the 44.
And it looks like North is going to go for it.
They are. The offense stays on.
Strong tackles, but you really don't want your safeties making tackles like that.
It's another handoff, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st down. So Jabril DeShiel gets that handoff, and he picks up a couple of yards, but not enough for the 1st down, and Hoggard's going to take over on downs.
Not enough for the 1st
tackle
down
on the play by number 34, Quintel Green.
He did a good job of getting on his ankles and holding on and held on. And he stopped him about a yard short.
Vikings take over on downs. 1st and 10, Hoggard from the 42-yard line.
Good grief. Somebody needs to come get rid of these 2 Bs. Well, we got one official starting the clock and another official stopping it. Let's see what we're doing right here, and it looks like North Brunswick has taken a timeout.
Timeout call up by North Brunswick. It is their first timeout of the ball
Brunswick.
Game. They have 2 remaining this half.
Saw something they didn't like out there. So,
play, no score
you know,
on the board.
Daniel, on Saturday, the offense went 3.5 quarters before they scored. Had good field position, first drive, good field position, second drive. At some point here, just from a confidence standpoint, you would think they need to move the ball a little bit, put some points up on the board.
Yeah, the running game hasn't been consistent. Every once in a while you'll get a nice play. But like John even said, they seem tentative on exactly where they're supposed to be. They're not able to hit the holes with a lot of confidence. And even Saturday, the passing game, even in the wind, was actually the place where we saw the most productivity, I think.
Yep, they did throw it decently.
That had to be hard on Saturday with the wind being so strong in one direction. You're just totally different based on
well, especially at a JV level. These kids aren't as strong as varsity players yet. Their bodies are still changing. Arm strength is a big factor in that wind, like that, throwing the ball.
Holler with the ball out there, still on his feet, fighting for some yardage. That's a great play right there. Picks up a 1st down. Caden Holler, tackle on the play by Jabril DeShiel again. But he was hit a long time before he finally went down right there. So great job.
Several times he was hit there and just refused to go.
That famous stat, yards after contact. And he had a lot of them on that play.
He did.
Into North Brunswick territory are the Vikings. Sumner under center, and he hands it off to his running back there in the backfield, and Holler's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. Looks like 7 based on where they're going to spot the ball.
Behind the left guard. carry was made by number
Looks like
8,
we got
Caden Holler.
Well, now they're going to say 2nd and
Tackle made
4.
by number 13, Eric Mosley.
It's Eric Mosley,
Eric
again
Mosley,
on that,
yep, on the tackle. A couple of guys, we've said their name quite a bit. 2nd and 4 here for the Vikings. Sumner in the shotgun this time. And he's going to throw it. Oh, and it's picked up, and they are going to –
Incomplete.
Are they ruling it incomplete?
Incomplete, in and out of the hand.
Boy, he got lucky right there because he threw it right to the North Brunswick defensive
6
lineman right there, Amari Smith. And, that was one of those, did he have it long enough and make a football move before he dropped it? But the official over there said no.
It sure was close to me.
It was a design throwback screen, and the defender just smelled it out, and he was just waiting on the ball.
3rd down and 4 for the Vikings. Sumner's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up another first down for the Vikings. As one of the North Brunswick players loses his helmet, Eric Mosley again in on that tackle.
His way through defenders to get
designed
down
run
to
there
35-yard
for
line. First down,
Brody
Hoggard,
Sumner.
moves the chains.
He did a
Takes
good
it down
job.
to 35-yard line.
He did a good job, Coach, letting that play develop there. He didn't take off right away. Let his blockers get a couple yards downfield and then played off of them.
Good drive here for the Vikings. Another first down. It's time the handoff is again to Holler, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play.
Number 8, Caden Holler. Gain of 4 yards on the play.
Number 21, Jabril Deshell. Yes, sir.
I'll tell them in there.
Okay.
Well, just poke your head in there.
Okay.
That door's right there.
Holler is coming out. He's had the ball in his hands quite a bit, and now he's off, and different running back there in the backfield with Brody Sumner. Brody's looking over there. Now he's being pressured, and he's going to go down. Sacked back a little bit behind the original line of scrimmage by
Brody
Gavin
Sumner
Lindbergh.
sacked. Number 66, Gavin
And
Lindbergh.
the couple of times
there to make
that
the hit.
Brody has been in back to pass,
Off the yardage on second
he hasn't had a whole
down.
lot of
It's
time back
3rd
there.
and 10,
No,
football at the
he was
35.
under pressure right away on that one. 66 is a good-sized fella.
That younger brother of a kid that's played on their basketball team that I recognize that last name. 3 receivers over here on this side in an obvious passing situation, and Brody's looking this way. He throws it, and he's got a man, Skylar Merrill, with a completion. Depending on how they
Brody
spot
Sumner
this,
rolls
they are
left
stopping the
side
clock.
And hits Skylar
I
Merrill
don't
on the
think,
run.
they spotted that a ways back from where he first caught the ball, I
10
think.
yards, it was a gain of 7. So
Well, he took the initial hit and
short
just kind of
3
stood there for a second. The
upcoming
defender
for
actually kind of
Hoggard
stopped for a
football at
second, and
the
then he tried to
28.
run it upfield, and I thought he got a yard or two further up myself.
So 4th and 3. And Hoggard keeps the offense on the field. Going to go for it. Hand off to Holler. And looks like he is going to have the first down. And see, all he had to do was get across the 25-yard line, which he
Handoff
did.
to number
So
8, Caden Holler, he picks up the first down. For
tackle on the
Vikings.
play by Deshaun Green.
Down at the 24-yard line.
And
number
gives
11,
Hoggard a new set of
Deshaun
downs
Green with
inside the
stop for
25-yard line.
Fresh set of downs for the Vikings from the 24-yard line.
Joe Feeney in motion. Sumner looking. He's got a man out there. He's got Kyle McCarthy for a Viking touchdown. 24-yard touchdown pass from Brody Sumner to Kyle McCarthy. Puts Hoggard up 6-0 here with exactly 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Put a lot of touch on that ball right there.
He did. He was
Just
under a little
dropped it
pressure
in.
there too initially, but he didn't panic.
43,
Kept his
Jonathan
poise
Searles
and
out
let
to
Kyle
attempt
get
the
behind
PAT.
the linebackers. He was kind of in between the safety and the linebacker there.
Merle.
Number 66, Joey Minshew, had run all the way off, and they sent him all the way back on to be on the extra point team. So Vikings are set. Snap, spot, kick is up by Jonathan Searles, and it is good.
Searles,
So
PAT is
Hoggard
good.
with a good drive there,
New
putting
score, 3
points
minutes
up
to go
on
in
the
the
board
first
like we
quarter.
talked about that they
Hoggard
needed to
Vikings
do,
7,
and
Scorpions
takes a
with
7-0
0.
lead. That was a beautiful throw and catch by Sumner and McCarthy.
Yeah, and a good balance. They had a couple runs that were pretty effective with Holler, and then 2 critical passes.
Had a third down conversion, fourth down conversion.
Yeah.
That was good. Good momentum.
drive.
Good momentum. Coach, number 21 for them, his father just came up, and I don't know if he's listening to us or the PA, but he said his last name is pronounced Dushell.
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 Jabril Dushell. I've about had it with these bees. They've been bothering me the whole time I've been setting up all this stuff, and they haven't gone away.
I think it must be that cologne Daniel's wearing.
No, they were here before me.
Jonathan Searles to kick off.
Guess who's back, Coach?
Yep, Eric Mosley back there to receive it, and it's a squib kick. It's not going to make it back to Eric. Instead, it's picked up by number 9, Michael Green.
Searles' kick.
He's going to be brought down
Low bouncing
at around the
kickoff.
40. Couple of Vikings, Reagan Prenti and Quintel Green in there on the tackle.
34 of Hoggard, Quintel Green.
So a 1st and 10 for North at the 40. One of the things that happens a lot, I think, in JV football is you get a lot of good starting position because the kicks don't go deep enough. So every possession of this game has been started inside, within the 40-yard lines here right in front of us. Toss sweep to Cody Callahan. He's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Handoff goes
Pretty
number
good job
7,
of
Coach
extending it out,
Callahan.
though.
Yes, we did. We
Making him go wide, making him go wide.
strung that out because he had
Down
big
the left
13 out
side
there
of the
blocking
line,
for him.
number 36 of Hoggard was running there with him.
Tackle made by Aiden Gockrell. And it's 2nd down
On
and
the tackle for Hoggard.
7.
Pickup of 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Football's at the 43.
We're approaching 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Man, they got a lot of people bunched up tight there in the middle. Just one receiver out here to the side. And it's a handoff
very nice.
to Eric
Straight
Mosley.
ahead into the
And he's
pile.
met immediately by the Hoggard defense.
James Williams there,
Yep.
Coach.
Hoggard,
James Williams.
the defensive lineman.
He got a hold of him right away. He ran into his own lineman that looked like initially, and when he bounced off of him, James was right there and
Stopped
got
the
him.
play really before it could get
When you have
going.
an athletic
3rd and
quarterback and
7.
then a guy like number 13
No
that you can
gain.
hand it off to, that read option becomes really tempting as a coach not to call that over and over again.
I hope
But you have to block it.
Yeah, I hope number 13's in good shape. I think that cat, he might have drove the bus over tonight too.
This time North is a little bit more spread out in their formation in a passing situation. And he's got a man wide open in the middle of the field. Chase blanks on that reception, and he's finally going to be brought down after
On 3rd
picking
and
up a
7,
first down.
quarterback number
James
34,
Williams
3
again
times,
in on that
14,
tackle over
Chase
there on the other
Blanks for
side.
the
But it's going to be a first down
He's all the way
for
down to
North
the
Brunswick at the
40-yard
40-yard line.
The receiver did a nice job of just sitting there kind of in the middle of that zone, and quarterback hit him right in the numbers, and he turned, headed upfield with it.
A good pass by Teron Green. One receiver out to each side. He's got 2 guys in the backfield with him.
Hoggard bringing pressure.
Yep.
Right up
and
the middle, ran
big
right
34.
into him.
got there about the same time as the ball got to Jabril Dushell. Number 34 for the Vikings, Quintel Green, met him in the backfield and drops him for a loss of about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Quintel blitzed right through that B gap.
That's what you call a run blitz right there.
Yes, it was.
James Williams. Loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 13 from the 43.
This will probably be the last play of the first quarter, barring a penalty. And number 13, Eric Mosley, busted up the middle, and he's going to pick up a first down and into the red zone down at the 15-yard line. Jermaine Armour makes the tackle for the Vikings, and that's going to end up being the last play of the first quarter, and they're going to have to walk all the way down to the other 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
I tell you, Armour did a good job on that play because he came all the way from corner on the wide side of the field, and if he didn't do that, that's a touchdown for 13.
13 had a head of steam too. He's a big boy, and Jermaine did a good job of getting on him and getting him down solo.
Tomorrow night, the varsity team will be over in Leland to take on North Brunswick in our first venture over there onto the turf in Leland. We will not be broadcasting tomorrow. Tomorrow you will need to go to the the ATMC TV in Brunswick County, their YouTube page. They've got a broadcast team that does a game of the week, and so they're doing the game, and we figured we didn't need 2 broadcast teams down there doing the game. We will be down there covering the game and having the scorebook live stats that we always do, but the link will be on our HoggardSports.com website and on Twitter. But they'll do a great job tomorrow night broadcasting that game, and we're going to make sure that every Hoggard football game this year is able for you to be able to see it, no matter where we're playing and what the situation is. So when we play at North and South, we're going to let ATMC handle those. We'll have the broadcast here next Thursday when Topsail comes, which that game's probably going to determine the Mideastern Conference champion for this year.
That's a big one.
Yeah, we heard today, you never know what's going to happen. New Hanover's football season likely coming to an end today due to COVID, and it's still here, folks. We're not completely out of the woods yet, and not immune to things like that happening. So feel bad for those guys, especially the seniors over there at New Hanover that don't get to close their season in the right way. Back in action here, couple of Hoggard guys, Prince William Oatman and Quintel Green on the tackle right there. Second down and 10 as we start the second quarter down here with North Brunswick in the red zone. Deschelle and Mosley in the backfield with Green. 3 receivers out, and it's going to be Deschelle, and he's met immediately by James Williams. Saw James today. Haven't had a chance to see too many guys, but I ran into James today, and he's gotten bigger.
He has.
And Julio Lima Roma in there on that tackle as well. Brings up a 3rd down and 13 for North Brunswick.
It'll be interesting to see. Hoggard has pretty consistently have 8 men in the box with just one single high safety. Be interesting to see if North tries to press that out wide with one-on-one coverage to try and get us to back up a little bit.
They're 3 wide on the right side.
3, 3rd down and 13 from the 19.
Green is going to pass. He's rolling to his right, looking pressure in there, and the second guy is going to bring him down. Charles Kilborn had a chance at him, slowed him down a little bit, and then ended up with Julio Lima Roma making that tackle over there. It's going to bring up 4th down. Imagine that they are going to go back. It's about 4th down and 11. Looks like they've got the offense out there on the field.
Quarterback did a good job of staying on his feet. Because I thought the initial hit he was going to knock him down.
Usually when you get pushed in the back when you're running like that, usually you have a hard time staying up. But, yeah, he did.
So they're going for it here on number 11.
Yep, got one receiver.
We got whistles.
Timeout call.
North Brunswick calls timeout. Their second timeout of the half.
With 9:47 to play before the break.
Yeah, Coach, I was down on the field pregame when we were attending to the play clocks.
Which all of a sudden have the right amount of time on them.
Right. And I was talking to Coach Louth, and I noticed that's the first time I've been down that level to see some of the guys up close and see some of the guys and how they've grown. But our line, we got great size down there. I was impressed with some of the size of some of these fellas. Which is, some of them look like they could even get bigger.
Yeah.
But they got good height. You've got some guys that look like they're 6'2", 6'3" already. A couple more growth spurts, and I think they could be some big hosses.
the play clocks were not working earlier. They had 60 seconds on them, and we couldn't get them to do anything else but 60 seconds. And I just looked up, and all of a sudden they're right, they're working. And Coach Cox said that Richard went down and unplugged them again a couple of times and plugged them back in, and they started working.
Well,
so
on the right side, that one came on a little while ago, and the other one was still on 60. But now they're both there, so good.
All right, so 4th down and 11.
4th down, 11 to go. Football's at the 17.
Same formation. And he's looking over the middle, and he had 2 guys open. Ball is completed to number 11, Deshaun Green, and he's into the end zone for a North Brunswick touchdown. That was a nice play. He had I thought he was throwing it to the receiver that was moving from right to left, but then he threw it to the guy that was moving left to right. Either one of them could have caught that and probably would have scored.
Big play there.
They both were running a crossing pattern.
I think he saw that one-on-one coverage on the outside with so much space, and he figured he was going to have a shot at that, and he did.
And
17 yards.
they're going to go for 2
for the touchdown. Scorpions line up to go for 2, trying to take the lead.
Green's going to throw it, looking. He's got a guy out there, and he overshoots him. So
good coverage.
Jermaine Armour over there, and Chase Blanks was the intended receiver on that two-point conversion. So Hoggard leads it 7-6. Nice play there by North Brunswick, and a good answer on that drive, responding to the Hoggard touchdown.
Yes, it was. That was a good call, Daniel. They started opening it up there in the last couple of plays and spreading us out and throw.
Well, you can understand why Hoggard would want to put 8 guys in the box when you have a guy like number 13 that can run the ball and a quarterback that's mobile. It makes sense, but you give up one thing you to get another. So we'll see how Hoggard adjusts.
Mosley, they got him listed as a 9th grader. He's a big youngin'.
You know, their JV basketball team this year at North was really good. Beat us twice, beat New Hanover. You just had a really good year, and it's tough for the smaller 3A schools to compete. In this conference with a bunch of 4A schools, but you see. Maybe they're building some things down at the JV level that will translate into varsity success before too long. Kickoff fielded there, I believe, by number 16, John Mason. But once again,
13, Mosley,
these numbers are challenging.
Number 9 of Hoggard.
Yeah, that was Mosley, the kicker, on the tackle again.
And
I'm
pretty sure that was number 16 for Hoggard, John Mason. And Eric Mosley with that tackle.
Coach, follow up on your point. North initially joined the conference. A kid like that with size would have been on their varsity.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years ago, because he's fast and he's big. Looks like a big, strong kid as a 9th grader.
Sumner's going to pass. He's looking deep, and he's got a man out there. Pass was intended for Jake Jason.
Brody Sumner double pumped.
Yeah, I think he stopped running on the route.
Almost like he did.
Thinking Brody could get it there. And Brody had plenty of arm.
Deshaun Green was in coverage right there. But, yeah, I think you're right. If he just keeps running, I think he might catch that.
Yeah. He was looking over one shoulder, and then he slowed down and tried to turn around and look over the other one, and the ball was already by him.
Football at 37.
I like seeing him take a shot down there like that, though. Couple receivers to the near side, 2 guys in the backfield with Sumner. And he hands it off to one of them, who gets swallowed up in the backfield.
Big 66.
Let's see. That's number 30, I believe, for the Vikings. Luke Skipper taking that handoff, and then Gavin Lindbert with the tackle. So 3rd down and
loss of a yard.
11.
Takedown was made by 66. Gavin Lindbergh.
66 looks like he might be the biggest guy out there on the field.
He's a big
today.
man. I can tell you that. He's a big man.
And he is listed as a freshman as well. Sumner rolling to his left.
Got him.
He throws it. He's got a man out there.
Good job.
That's Skylar Merrill with a first down reception into North Brunswick territory and down at about the 45-yard line, pushed out of bounds over there by Chase Blanks.
It's a really nice route, and that's what a lot of people don't quite always get about being a wide receiver. Yes, it's helpful, really helpful to be fast, but you create space by how well you run your route, and that was really well run, and he got a lot of space. Brody hit him.
And then he got 4 or 5 yards after that by making just one little sidestep, make the defender miss.
Sumner in the shotgun. He's got one running back behind him, and he's going to toss it to that running back. And that is number 30, Luke Skipper. And he's going to pick up another Hoggard first down. Tackle on the play by Chase Blanks again. Another good run there.
Ball carrier for Hoggard, number
by
30,
Skipper.
Luke Skipper.
Looked like a little bumper car going through there.
Yeah, Skipper's he's a little bit more of our harder nosed runner. He's
downhill.
Yeah, he runs hard. He's not afraid of contact. He typically is the hammer and not the nail.
Down, gain of
A little
10.
bit bigger
The
body.
First and 10.
Another whistle. I think official time this time.
Yep, North Brunswick's players, number 21, Jabril Deschelle going down. Training staff on their way out.
Official timeout. Injured player on the field is number 21, Jabril Deschelle.
Yeah, I'd love to know what size number 66 really is for them.
Yeah, that's a big kid, and I believe that he played on their JV basketball team. Now that I think about it, because they had a big boy inside. I didn't realize that he was a freshman, but you know their roster here. It's not a big roster, but there are more freshmen than sophomores on their roster, and.
Well, it could be that a good number of their sophomores are up on the varsity team with a school of that size.
Yeah.
But Coach Brian Davis of North, he did a great job at Topsail when he was the coach there, and then he left, and I believe went to Virginia and is now back. And you can tell that here in the last couple of years since he's been back that he's got that program headed in the right direction. It just it takes a while, and it especially playing against, the bigger 4A schools that they have to play against. And, one of the things that will be better for them next year with the new realignment with Topsail and New Hanover moving to 4A, the only 3 3A schools in the league will be the 3 Brunswick County schools. So at least one of those teams each year will qualify as the 3A champion, and it'll benefit them in the playoffs. And, it's challenging for them, week in, week out in the conference, but then you hope it pays off, when you get into the playoffs.
Follow up on your point, Daniel. When I was mentioned about being down there and seeing our linemen, we had a couple of those guys of our guys looked like they were a good 6'2", 6'3". That 66, that Lindbergh kid, he looks like he's 2 to 3 inches taller than our tallest guy. He's got to be 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
As a 9th grader. And he probably looks like he carries about 220.
Easily, yeah.
Back to action here, and handoff again to Luke Skipper, and Lindbergh back there in the backfield immediately to bring Skipper down.
Shows you his athleticism. He's not just a big guy, which goes to show if he was the one on the basketball team, that makes sense. He can move well for his size.
Yeah, he was the left end there, and he made the tackle. He
of 3 yards
over on the other side of the line there.
Football's at the 38.
Caden Holler comes back in to the game, into the backfield after Luke Skipper played a few downs. Sumner throws it out here in the flat to Caden, and he's going to lose a little bit more yardage right there. Tackle on the play by number 9, Michael Green.
Tackle made by number 9, Michael Green.
So 3rd down, and
Daniel, that goes to what we've talked about a couple times. Looks like we just don't have enough width there and space.
3rd and 13, football still
by the
at
time,
the 38-yard line.
He caught that ball. He was only maybe 3 yards from the quarterback, and it's a little tough to get outside or he's throwing it too early or not giving him enough time to get out there.
Yeah, that's one of those pass plays that's really a run. It's just an extended run. And if you don't have good timing on it, it gets cluttered and looks, well, like that.
3rd and 13 here for the Vikings. Sumner rolling to his left. He's got a man out there. He's got Skylar Merrill again for a first down. So that's been his go-to receiver when he's needed a big 3rd down conversion. And Skylar, as we've pointed out, running great routes and getting open.
For the Vikings,
Tackle on the play by Chase Blanks. Hoggard halfway through the second quarter here picks up another first down.
21-yard gain on 3rd.
Yeah, Brody's got a strong arm, and
from the
if he's given time, or you can see that what Hoggard's done a lot is roll him out to give him some time. He's athletic.
Skylar's doing a good job of sticking his foot in the ground, coming out of those breaks, and he's got some 2 to 3 yard separation every time.
Handoff to Holler. Picks up a couple on the play. Amari Smith with a tackle for the Scorpions.
Tackle made by number 6, Amari Smith.
Actually, they're
No
not
gain
giving
on the
him
play.
any yardage.
Second
I thought he
down.
might have picked up 1 or 2 there, but nothing doing. Be nice to punch it in here late in the first half and get a lead at halftime. 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings.
I think we moved.
Yep, flag's coming out.
Well, we technically have a lead right now.
Well, we do. You're right. It is. It is.
It's not
7.
big.
Yep.
It's about as small as it can be, right?
Yep, that's right.
We
You know,
took-
one of the things that's interesting, and you understand this even from a basketball perspective, is the challenge of if one part of your offense is working well, how much do you commit to that
Early marker
versus
is
trying to
on
maintain
Hoggard.
balance, even if the other side is
All-star,
not, hoping that
5-yard
over the
penalty.
long haul that's actually the better
The
path.
football will
So
move to the 22-yard
Yeah,
line.
you know, you
Makes it
the
2nd
the
and
where that
15 yards
can
to
have
go.
a negative effect in basketball is when you're making threes,
right.
and your guys keep shooting threes. Eventually, they're going to stop going in. When you've got guys that are pounding it inside, you want to keep doing that. Sumner throws it up for grabs, and Kyle McCarthy reaches up and gets
Nice
it
catch.
for a Hoggard touchdown.
22 yards.
Great
Coach.
throw and
What a
catch,
catch
22-yard
there. Tight end
touchdown catch by Kyle McCarthy.
The
second time tonight that Sumner and McCarthy have hooked up, and that was that was just another great play, and Kyle made a great play to go up there and get that ball.
Yeah.
I asked him in pregame, Coach, if he was going to get me one. He's got me 2.
Well, actually, both were open.
17 yards.
Yeah, Skylar and Kyle were
Yep.
both open on that route.
Skylar Merrill doing the holding here, and Jonathan Searles' kick is up and good. And it's 14-6 Hoggard as we approach 5 minutes, or just above 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. You know, Kyle was playing. This is the 3rd sport he's played. He played basketball. He was playing lacrosse and football. There was a little bit of time where he was doing all 3 of those at the same time in this unusual COVID season. But just a really good athlete, had a great JV basketball season for us. Looking forward to him being up a part of the varsity team. But, you know, just a really good athlete. This is the first year of him playing football. His older brother started playing
Senior
year and is playing in college. So, you know, good looking athlete, and has made a couple of really good plays here tonight.
Well, if there was a kid that could do 3 in a row like that, he's out of that mold. Him and Jackson King, and like you said, he's an athlete. He comes from an athletic family. Mom and Dad both played collegiate sports.
Kickoff fielded by Michael Green. Picks it up off the ground and gets it back out over the 30-yard line. Tackle on the play by Aiden Gockrell of the Vikings.
Michael Green.
So
Special teams tackle made by number 36, Aiden Gockrell.
hopefully the defense can step up here and get a
This will be a
stop
big
before
stop.
halftime. Yep.
Be a big stop.
34-yard line, 1st and 10, Scorpions.
3 and out here would be good and get the ball back with about 4 minutes.
Teron Green been the quarterback the whole way so far for North Brunswick. Cody Callahan going in motion. Green's going to follow Callahan. And nice little gain of about 6 yards there.
Hoggard with 8 in the box again.
Number 3, Teron Green.
Tackle made by Anthony David.
18, Anthony David.
Second down
6,
and
second
4.
Upcoming. Football at the 39.
Now, from North's perspective, if you can drive down the field and punch it in right here at halftime and then get the ball, get the kickoff opening in the second half, it certainly would bode well for them.
Tony would appreciate you mentioning that. He loves that scenario of scoring to end the half and start the half. Green in motion, and he's going to get the pass from, nice tackle on the play.
Quite the collision.
Yeah. We've got 2 Greens out there. There's 3 of them on the team. But Michael Green, the ball carrier, received the ball from Teron Green, and Zachary Miller and James Williams on the tackle for the Vikings.
And that's scoring and then coming out at halftime. It's what the NBA players have become so adept at getting the 2 for 1. When they see the time coming down off the shot clock, they're able to get 2 shots up before the quarter ends.
Bill Belichick staple in the NFL. Loves to win the toss and defer.
3rd and 2. Ball at the 40. Green's going to keep it, and he's brought down in the backfield.
56.
56 for the Vikings. Julio Lima Roma with a sack, and that's going to put North Brunswick in a difficult spot right here. 4th down and about 8 yards to go. So it was 3rd and 2. Now we're 4th and 8, and at a part of the field where not sure you want to go for it, but they have not really changed any personnel.
Surprised we didn't take a timeout here, Coach. We got 3.
It's also what you said about the kickoffs on the JV level. They don't tend to go very far. Same thing with punts. You rarely have a really good punter, and so you don't flip the field a whole lot with JV football.
Yeah, I think they are going to punt out of this alignment. Mosley doing the kicking as well. Ball's fielded back there. Is that number 80?
I
think so, yeah.
Jake Jasande. Am I saying that right?
I believe so.
So
number 80, Jake Jasande fielded the punt.
Hoggard's going to have a chance here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left.
And all 3
Hoggard
timeouts.
Viking football, 1st and 10.
3 timeouts left. See if they can do something here to close the first half. I tell you what, makes no sense to me some of how they do the clock in JV football. They will roll a clock in a JV football game in a heartbeat.
It's not after change of possession. It was supposed to stay stopped.
Sumner back looking. He's looking deep. He's going to air it out. He's got McCarthy down here deep, and he's got it. Kyle McCarthy with a great catch again. That's a long one. Coach Adams, do some math for us.
I'm doing it.
Number 9.
I'm thinking
Kyle McCarthy hauls it in from quarterback.
17.
Ball was on the 39.
About a 44-yarder, Coach.
Yep. The 20, and a timeout is called.
Hoggard calls timeout. Great throw and catch. Got to be fun out there without the wind from Saturday, making a difference with the Viking offense today. But great throw, great route, great catch.
It shows Brody's arm. I mean, Kyle almost stopped too soon on that one as well. He had to catch it over his head.
Yeah, the ball kind of, he misjudged it there for a second. But he made a great adjustment. He's got great hands. That's where that lacrosse comes in with that hand-eye.
So Hoggard set up really good right here. The ball's on the 18-yard line with just under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Real good opportunity for the Vikings to put points up on the board again before intermission. We will not have any sort of halftime show tonight. We will just leave you with the sights of the field at halftime, which I would assume would be about 13 minutes long. All right. Vikings back out here. Caden Holler in the backfield with Brody Sumner. He's looking to throw, and he's got McCarthy again.
Oh, he broke it.
And he broke it and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yes,
Third
9,
touchdown
Kyle
of the
McCarthy
night
with
by
hat
Kyle
trick in the
McCarthy.
first half.
A nice throw and catch and run right there
Turns
as
the
Sumner
sling
and
into a touchdown.
McCarthy are
17
definitely on the
yards
same
out.
page tonight.
Well, hat trick in the first half.
I'm not throwing my hat, Daniel.
Kyle's parents are sitting on the row right in front of us, and his dad looks as surprised as anybody.
Oh, we might have missed that one.
Yep, that one looked like it was moving
Searles
too
is
far to the
PAT,
left, and
Searles left.
the extra
It is
point no good.
so your
But
new score with
20 to
1:52
6,
to play in the half.
Vikings with a 2-touchdown
120
advantage here over
Brunswick 6.
North Brunswick.
The only complaint you could maybe have is they scored a little too quickly.
We did. They only, North has one timeout left, a minute 52. See if we continue to kick it away from number 13. I think that seems to be a designed plan there.
I would do that.
They got a couple other guys, though, that look like they can fly.
You know, I've been working at Hoggard for over 20 years. I'm usually at every home JV football game. I would be willing to bet that this is the first time that I've ever seen 3 touchdown passes in the first half of a JV football game.
To the same guy?
I know I hadn't seen
there's
it to the
another
same
thing.
guy, but I mean, usually the touchdowns in JV football games are on the ground, but we've seen 3 here through the air in the first half.
Good
And
kick.
what a
That was an
great
excellent
kick. Ball goes into the end zone and a touchback. Jonathan Searles with
Searles,
a great
Jonathan
kick.
Searles with a deep
Maybe
kick.
he was listening to the broadcast and got a little offended.
Yeah.
JV kickers can kick too, he says.
Kicked it over Mosley's head.
Yeah.
So starting field position for the Scorpions this time, much different than the rest of their possessions.
It would be fitting you see some strange things, though, since we are playing football at the end of March.
Yep.
Yes. Say no more.
Green hands the ball off to his running back and is met by the
Late flag.
yeah, and we've got an issue going on out there, a couple of flags, and
North got through the football at a Hoggard guy to start it.
I
and
think
then-
it was number 13's ref just pushed him off the field. So I think he's either setting him out for a
Penalty
play
markers
or
fly
we'll
after
see.
the play.
our 13, James Williams, was on the tackle.
Hoggard sending Jared Austin into the game for Quintel Green. Not sure if
Quintel was involved or not.
Yeah.
Coach Quick gave him a few words and let him go. So
this has the feel of offsetting penalties. There were 2 flags thrown, and I think the first one was for the initial action, and then I think there was a bit of retaliation that might have
Yeah.
gotten the second
the
one.
back judge come running in from 20 yards down field, throwing his on the second one.
And then the question will just be were any punches thrown?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know what the high school rule is.
that's
On it.
Ejection. I
that's
believe.
fighting. That's an ejection and a 2-game suspension. Let's hope that we don't have that issue going on.
It was interesting how quickly they made 13 get off the field, not
Yeah.
just go
Yeah.
back to the huddle.
Yeah.
And he's sitting over on the bench way away from the rest of the team. He's got a
30
couple of
yards
guys
away.
over there with him, but he's not anywhere near the coaching staff.
Give you the impression that he has been asked to stay out.
Well, here comes the white hat with some information.
Dead ball.
And unsportsmanlike conduct against North Brunswick and unsportsmanlike conduct against Hoggard. Offsetting penalties.
Penalties
And
will offset.
It's going to be second down. So all of that for nothing.
So neither team penalized.
So it'll be second down,
for the
and
skirmish, and it will be
I think it's second down and 15. A loss of 5. Or are they going to move it back up to the
From the
line of
20-yard
scrimmage?
line.
No, they're going to move it back up to the line of
second and
scrimmage.
2nd and 10, yeah.
So second down and 10 when we get things going back here. And will they start the clock on the snap or when the official's ready? And he's going to wind the clock. So we're rolling, 1:25 left to go here in the first half. Teron Green in the shotgun formation as he's been most of the night. He fakes the handoff, and he's going to keep it out to the right side. He's got a good gain, picks up a first down. A good run there.
Teron
Tackle
Green
on the play
keeps it
made
for
by
himself.
Jermaine
He's tackled
Armour.
by Jermaine Armour on the far side of the football field. Gain of 12, first down.
That play's worked 2 or 3
For the
times for him
Scorpions.
here in the second quarter. See, we may need to make an adjustment at halftime.
Ball's out to the 32.
Well, that time it wasn't a fake to 13, but when you're regularly used to being a guy like that threatening to get the ball, it's easy for the quarterback to kind of at least get a good couple steps.
Yeah, and make somebody bite on it for sure.
Green's going to throw. He's got a man out there. It's number 32, Connor West. And it looks
Pass
like
complete to
he's
32,
got
Connor West. Breaks a
Just
couple
short.
of
a
tackles.
first down. Well, they're
Just
stopping the
short.
clock over
He's
there.
close to a first
Oh,
down
North
marker.
Brunswick's called their final timeout of the half. So, yeah, he is just short. It's going to be
About a yard.
second down and
Called on the
1.
field.
But North takes their final timeout of the half with 30 seconds remaining.
Zachary Miller in on that tackle
It is
there.
called by North Brunswick. It's their final timeout
Good
of
job
the
of
half.
keeping him in bounds, making him burn that last time out.
Not sure that tight end had any aspirations of getting out of bounds. He ran through 2 of our tackles, and I think his goal was just to keep running through them.
You're taught to get upfield first and
Yep.
foremost. I think we got to go to a prevent type here with them with no timeouts now and 29 seconds and 50-plus yards to go. Plus, I think he's throwing into what little bit of wind there is.
So special defenses, though, you think about this kind of year, limited practicing and different things. Though I guess in some senses football has been practicing for a longer time.
But if he had those reps,
Yeah.
I see what you're getting at, yep. And are we still practicing the same amount of time, Coach Queen, or is it limited?
Well, they're definitely limited on what kind of contact stuff that they can do.
As far as the amount of time?
Yeah. All right, 30 seconds left here in the first half. Second down and 1.
Man covers the bottom of the screen here again. There it is.
Oh, he had a man
missed it.
open.
It's that same pattern
Yep.
from the touchdown.
Deshaun Green was open there in the middle, ball just underthrown. So it'll be third down and 1.
Pass is incomplete. 3rd and 1.
Quarterback just didn't get that back foot
24
planted. It looked like he
seconds
kind
to
of
play.
threw off of it, falling backwards.
Play clock down to 10 seconds as North breaks the huddle. You'll have to hurry to get this playoff down to 5 seconds. Handoff and
I don't think he got there.
I don't think it's going to matter because they don't have another timeout, right?
well, they did stop the clock finally, although they let that run.
A good 5 or 6
Yeah.
seconds, right?
And
If they're stopping it to measure, or I think they're stopping to look at it. 'Cause Hoggard didn't signal for a timeout.
and they have signaled for a first down, so they.
Okay.
They are asking us to put 20 seconds on the clock.
It's a first down for North Brunswick.
Which was probably the right thing to do because it took them a
20 seconds
long
on the
time
clock.
to stop that
Football
clock.
is
The official over there on the far
42.
side was beyond the sticks, but didn't stop the clock.
Quarterback spikes
And,
the ball
yeah,
to stop the clock.
Spiked the ball there to give them a better chance here
It'll be second down.
to run a play because they've had some open receivers. If they can complete a pass to one of those guys and break a couple tackles, they still have a chance to put some points up on the board here.
I would anticipate these two safeties to give them some serious depth.
I was wondering, should we put Kyle back there with his hands? He's caught everything tonight.
Green's
Good
looking,
break
he
on the
throws
ball.
it,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's picked off. Picked off by
Pass
number
intercepted.
26, Blake Fisher. Made a great read on that.
26, Blake
Stepped right in
Fisher
front
with
of the
INT.
receiver and picks that ball off.
Hoggard football.
So there's your difference. Man-to-man coverage, that's open again, but you put the second safety back there, and he sits on it.
He
Well
did.
done.
He did a good job of breaking on the ball, too. Cut right in front of the receiver. I think Hoggard's going to take a timeout.
Timeout is called by Hoggard.
Well, the way that they've been starting the clock, on change of possessions and anything like that, when if you're not out there ready to go, you sort of forced to call that timeout.
So this is 1st and 10. Go Kyle McCarthy. Down the seam. Or we could run a little decoy here play with Kyle. Run a little wheel route.
See what Coach Rod Quick comes out with here. One of the names that we've called a lot in the JV football games, Zachary Coyle, is not dressed tonight. He's down there on the sideline, but not in uniform tonight. So hope he'll be able to be back next week when the Vikings close the JV season. But giving some other guys an opportunity to step up in there. But Zach's a name that we've called quite a bit in the other games that we've called. And he's a wide receiver, so maybe that's part of the reason that so many passes are going in Kyle's way tonight. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 13 seconds left. Sumner's
right
looking
He's got
deep.
him. He's got him again.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, he threw it to 11.
Wow. He had a receiver open down there.
Pass
Bo
is
Tope.
incomplete.
He was there.
he had Kyle again as well. That's who I thought he was airing it out to.
Yeah, Kyle was breaking to the far side of the field.
Number 8, Sight Key Bryant.
That's exactly
in
what
on
I thought.
coverage for North Brunswick.
So probably time for one more play
Second
here.
down.
I would imagine we'd see the Vikings try to take another shot deep.
Rudy looks like he's got the arm strength to get it 40-plus down the field.
A bit of a low snap.
There's the wheel route. It's gonna be picked
A
off.
little overthrown. Intercepted by Deshaun Green. The Vikings are going to bring him down to end the first half. So
Pass is picked off.
good
Number
half for the
11,
the Vikings,
Deshaun
bouncing
Green.
back
That
from
will
last
do it
week's
for the first half. At
loss
the
to
break,
Laney.
Vikings
And so at
take a lead, get
halftime,
them to the locker room.
Hoggard leads it
Hoggard
20-6.
North
And
Brunswick 6.
we'll be back with second half action here shortly. All right, we are back here getting ready for second half action. Good first half for the Vikings, leading it 20-6.
Set to start the second half.
3 touchdown passes from Brody Sumner to Kyle McCarthy. And Hoggard kicking off to start the second half to North Brunswick, and that ball is going to go out of bounds.
Ball rolls out of bounds, and a penalty marker comes out of the pocket.
So,
Rear official.
what do we do in high school? 35, 40, 35?
I believe it's 35.
I thought it was the 40, but you may be right.
We will see here shortly. And everybody seems to be at the 35.
You guys are right.
So, once again, good field position to start things out for North Brunswick.
The ball spotted at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, North Brunswick.
Teron Green still in at quarterback for the Scorpions. And he pitches it out here to Chase Blanks. Good gain on the first down play. Out of bounds. Close to a first down. Going to be marked just short. Looks like it's going to be second down and about 2.
Ball carrier.
Tackle on the
14,
play made
Chase
by
Blanks.
Aiden
He was
Gockrell.
tackled out of bounds by number 36 of Hoggard, Aiden Gockrell.
Kept thinking Jose
Gain
Lima
of 8,
was going to
2nd
get there.
and 2.
He was just a half a step behind him.
He's trying.
He was strung out there for a little bit, and then he cut it up field. Whistles.
And it looks like a delay of game penalty.
Penalty called prior to the snap.
Well, play clocks are working right there in front of him, but let it get to 0, and so it's going to turn a 2nd and 2 into
Delay
2nd
of
and
game
7.
Penalty against North Brunswick. So that
Those kind of
backs the ball
penalties
up
really
5
really
yards,
hurt you.
2nd and
You know,
7
good
for
first
the
down
30.
gain, and
Yeah, that hurts your momentum coming right out the locker room half. Especially when you need a good drive here.
Green's going to keep this one, get some of that yardage back, bring up 3rd and short.
Handoff right up the middle.
Tackle by Julio Lima
Tackle made
Roma.
by 56 of
Pretty good
Hoggard,
pressure up the
Julio
middle.
Lima Roma.
He did that pretty much on his own after
Yep.
contact, got an extra couple yards.
Sure did.
Sophomore defensive end. Gain of 2, 3rd and 4.
Can you hear me? I think the announcement helped.
North got twins both sides.
Green escapes the pressure. He's going to pick up a first down. Got a good gain down across into Hoggard territory inside the
It's
40-yard
quarterback
line.
number 3, Teron Green.
Tackle on the play by Jacob
Crosses
Supak.
midfield and crosses the 40-yard line.
But as we
Brought
talk
down
about a
to
lot, when
38
your
by number
defensive backs
5,
are making
Jacob
tackles on
Supak.
running plays, it's a good gain for the
1st and
the
10
offense. He
Scorpions.
He did a good job of stepping up. There was pressure coming from both ends, and he stepped right up. But we had no containment in the middle of the field.
Well, that's one of those things. You have 4 wide receivers out wide, and they all go deep. You have defenders with their back to the quarterback, and so he's able to get through the line. He's got a lot of room to run.
Yep. Ooh.
Green's looking. He's got a man. It's caught by number 11, Deshaun Green, and he's down inside the 5-yard line. Nice throw and catch
Teron
there.
Green finds
Aiden Gockrell
Deshaun
in coverage for the Vikings,
big
but
play.
a big gain, and it's going to be
Tackle
1st
made by
and
number
goal
36, Aiden
at the
Gockrell.
5-yard line for the Scorpions.
Football's at the 6-yard
James Williams
line.
was right there in his face, and
First
he
and goal.
Through it.
he had contact right when he let that ball go. And I don't know if the ball fluttered enough to. The receiver made a good job of coming back to it.
Actually spotted that ball at the 6. So 1st and goal at the 6 for the Scorpions here on the first possession of the second half. Green rolling to his right, sees an opening, and it closes quickly.
Yeah. Yes, it did. 26.
Big hit there at the 5-yard line on
Tackle by
quarterback
Blake
Teron
Fisher.
Green.
I believe Blake was the one that had that interception in the first half,
Number
right?
26, Blake Fisher.
2nd and 5.
Gain of 1, 2nd and goal.
It's a big couple of plays here in this ball game because North can get right back in it with a touchdown, but defensive stop right here would definitely be a deflating situation for North and give the momentum back to the Vikings. Green hands the ball off. I believe that's
Handoff up the middle, 13, Eric Mosley.
Eric Mosley,
Swarmed by about
but he doesn't
6
get
or 7
anywhere.
Hoggard defenders.
Zachary Miller and
Give
Reagan
credit to
Prenti
to
on the
number
tackle for the
23, Reagan
Vikings.
Prenti,
So
and number 10,
going to be
Zachary Miller.
3rd down. Still about 5
Third
yards
down,
to
goal
go.
to go. Football's at the 5.
If you watch how far out their wide receiver will get, he's outside the numbers often, trying to really make sure that he's one-on-one. So I'd watch for number 11 again.
We're in press coverage right up on him this time. Oh,
Green's got a lot of space out here as he's running, and he is going to be brought down at about the 1 yard line. Tackle on the play again by Zachary Miller and Blake Fisher. So it's going to be 4th down and goal.
Quarterback rolls to the left.
I think they're actually
Keeps out
spotting that at
short
about the
of
2 yard
the
line. So
goal line.
big play
number
coming up
10,
right here. 4th and goal from the
Zachary
2.
Miller and number 36, Aiden
As we
Cockrell.
approach 8 minutes left to go here on the first possession of the second half.
Quarterback ran a long ways, but
Play clock is already at 10
didn't
seconds.
get
the play just
vertical.
got into the huddle.
Yeah, they're going to have to
No
hustle.
gain on the play. 4th and goal from the 2.
Tripped right. That play looked.
He moved.
Yeah, somebody moved.
Somebody moved, but Teron Green takes the snap and finds his
I don't see
guy out
no,
of the backfield, Eric
Touchdown,
Mosley.
North Brunswick.
I think he was the
Ron
one that
Green
moved early.
finds
I don't see no laundry on the
13,
field,
Eric
though.
Mosley for the 2-yard score.
He definitely had a head start.
So another pass completion for a touchdown.
That's one of those situations
That's the
where you
5th
wonder,
touchdown
how do we
pass
see that
tonight
from up
between the
here,
two
and those
squads.
guys can't see it from down there. But 20-12, North going to go for 2 as they did the last time they
Scorpions
scored.
line up to go for 2.
Green rolling again. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down before he can get into the end zone. And so, once again, no conversion. Tackle on the play by James Williams.
James
Been
did.
very active tonight.
James did a great job of coming down the
Tackle
line of
made by number
scrimmage and just
13,
stringing
James
that out.
Williams.
Still a one-score game, but an 8-point
Senior
lead
new
for the
score with
Vikings at
7:40 to
20-12.
play in the 3rd quarter. Hoggard leading by 8. Vikings 20.
If you're
Scorpions
a
12.
Scorpion fan, that was a much-needed touchdown drive.
It was.
That's the way you need to start the half. Make it a one-score game. Give yourself, those guys right now still feel like they've got a chance in this game. But if you don't score and Hoggard does, and it's a 3-score game, then that's when you start to lose confidence. So,
Just wonder, do they not have a kicking game? Because you kick that extra point there and you make it 20-13.
well, they have, we've seen number 13 here, Eric Mosley. He's done the kickoffs, he's punted, but there has been no
13,
attempt
Eric
at
Mosley
any
to
sort
kick
of points through the kicking game.
Caden Holler.
Caden Holler fielding that kickoff. And as has been the case all night long, Hoggard starts in great field
Great
position
Caden Holler, the
after
return
Cody
man for
Callahan
Hoggard. He was tackled by
brings
number 7, Cody
Holler
Callahan
down.
at the 37-yard
And we'll
line.
see what the
1st
Viking
and
offense
10
can do on
Vikings.
their first possession here in the second half.
We need to answer. That would make a statement, answering right back.
Cole Manning going in motion there. Sumner hands the ball off to Holler and picks up a good gain, and he, with a second effort right there, might have picked up a first down. I believe they are going to, they're going to stop the clock, and yep, they're going to give him the first down. Brought down by Cody Callahan. Kid that made the tackle on the kickoff.
Cody Callahan.
That was well blocked that time.
Yeah, our left guard, I didn't catch his number, but we had a lineman that was 5 yards downfield, and Caden actually ran up his back a little bit and then ran off his rear end there on the right side. He was pushing up hard.
Two guys in the backfield back there with Sumner. He's going to hand it off to Holler again. This time, not as much success as the last time, but he still picks up a couple.
Off the left side. Play made by number 13, Eric Mosley.
Eric Mosley again on the tackle. By far the most active Scorpion tonight on both sides of the ball and in the kicking game.
I bet that youngster's going to be hungry after this game.
So is this broadcaster.
Be interesting to see how much Hoggard leans on the passing game in this second half.
It certainly was effective in the first half. Bunch formation here. Everybody's in the middle of the field. A toss sweep out here to Holler. Makes a nice move. Makes a couple of guys miss. Picks up a good chunk of yardage right there. Bring up 3rd and short. Tackle on the play by Jamie and Pigford.
Very manageable 3rd and 2 here. Might even be less than 2. Yeah, about 2.
Gain of 6 yards. It leaves 3rd and 2.
Past the midway point here in the third quarter.
46.
This is just the second possession of the second half. North took the first possession down and put points on the board. Hoggard trying to answer right here. Skylar Merrill up at the top of your screen. Bo Topes down here at the bottom. And the handoff goes to Caden Holler again. He's got a first down.
Yeah, well done.
Down to the inside the 40.
Plenty of yardage that time for the first down. Tackle made
Cody
by
Callahan
7, Cody
makes
Callahan.
that tackle again. Called his name quite a bit on this drive.
Daniel, I don't think the first guys brought him down all night.
1st and 10 Vikings from the 36.
He's run well.
He hits it, like you mentioned earlier in the first half about that yards after contact. He gets hit, and he's getting minimum 2, sometimes 4 and 5 extra yards after first contact.
Yeah, and the difference in this drive has been we've had a hole, so he hasn't had that contact right at the line of scrimmage. It's been several yards downfield.
And there's another Holler coming through.
He was sitting down there in front of us. He's a few years away. I think he's about 6 or 7.
This is the third one. Sumner pressured back there in the backfield. Had to get rid of it a little earlier than I think he wanted to. And pass was intended for Kyle McCarthy. And
2nd and 10.
Falls short. So 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings.
We seem to do a good job of getting Kyle in different spots. He's not showing the same look.
I found out at halftime that those 3 touchdowns were his first 3 touchdowns that he's ever scored. So, and his brother's not listening.
Oh, we jumped.
There was a good bit of confusion on that.
Penalty marker down. It's against Hoggard. False start. Backs the ball up
So
5
it'll be
yards. 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 for the Vikings.
From the 41-yard line.
Here's that time where Kyle McCarthy becomes a very, very tempting target.
Yep. And
he's triple covered.
Yeah, they had 3
Brunswick.
guys on him out there.
North thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Brody Sumner rolls to his left.
So it's going to be 3rd
Throws
and
into double
15.
coverage. Intended target was number 9, Kyle McCarthy.
You know, Kyle's listed as a tight end.
Ball's incomplete.
You know, but
Third and long.
he's lined up in a lot of different places, Johnny, like you were saying. You know, that time he was, you know, split out a little bit farther, not in your traditional tight end position.
He's coming.
He's such an athlete.
Coming
Yeah.
out the slot here now.
Yeah.
Let's see if he goes in motion here. Blitz.
A lot of pressure, and Sumner's just
Go,
going to
Brody.
pull it down and run,
Turn around.
and not going to quite get where he needed to for the first down.
Number 52 did a great job there in pursuit.
Brody
Garrett
Sumner
Gore.
under pressure. 52, Garrett Gore.
They stopped the clock for some reason there. I guess maybe a
Flag? Was there a flag?
With the tackle. Flag is down.
oh,
on
there
the
is a
play.
flag on the play. So they're calling an illegal procedure penalty on the Vikings. That had to be something to do with how they were lined up.
Formation, yes.
Yeah.
I think it was a formation foul.
So
Kyle was off the ball in
Yeah.
the slot.
I'm not sure that the widest receiver on the field, I think he was supposed to be on the ball.
Was it on the
It was
line?
not.
Penalty is on Hoggard. It's an illegal procedure penalty. Will be accepted.
wonder why
Replay
that
third
wouldn't
down,
be.
third and
What
20.
makes that illegal procedure and not illegal
Falls on
formation?
You gotta have-
26.
But I mean, I was just talking about
Oh.
the
The
terminology.
Yeah.
You know, why is that not an illegal formation? But anyway, it's third down and 20.
Daniel, I think that question was towards you since you got the referee in your family there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not what they saw. Maybe they actually did see procedure.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Daniel's father was a referee for how many years?
A long
A
time.
long time. Okay.
Have the screen set up here. Not going to get much out of that.
Number 10 did a great job there
Yep.
stringing that out.
Screen pass was complete to Caden Holler. And then Jamian Pigford on the tackle right there. And so it's going to be fourth down and 20. And Hoggard sends the punting unit out on the field.
Out on the field. 43,
Jonathan Sorrells
for the Vikes.
in there to punt it
Back
away.
to receive for North Brunswick is 13, Eric Mosley.
Number 13 back, Mr. Mosley. A little shift in momentum here in this third quarter, fellas.
I'm wondering if there's somebody hurt on the Hoggard. Oh, somebody moved early that time.
Looks like this.
Very, very short punt. Going to be downed over there. I believe Jake Supak down that punt.
He did.
So not much of a.
Did they really not throw any flag on that?
They did not, and there was a lot of movement
I mean, I
on
think
that.
you could have called it on either side.
Yeah, and I think it threw Jonathan Sorrells off. I don't think he was thinking that he was going to need to kick it because of the movement. But what I was saying earlier, we've had a couple of times where we've had a lineman late going out onto the field. I'm wondering if somebody's hurt and we're using a back, somebody that's not used to that on the line for the kicking duties. But
that was Jose Lima Roma that trotted on there late. I would think he would be on punt coverage, being that he's a linebacker. But you're right, the whole thing just looked out of sorts.
Teron Green with a lot of space running there, picks up a first down on first and 10.
Defense, and he's out close to the first down.
They are going to give it to him.
Gets the first down.
Reagan
yardage.
Prenti with the
Football
tackle
spotted
for the
45.
Vikings.
Tackle made by number 23 of Hoggard, Reagan Prenti.
Ball resting at the 45-yard line. North Brunswick has looked good here in the second half.
They've made some halftime adjustments here with the quarterback keeping the ball a little more.
Pass incomplete over there on the far side. Green was looking long, but Hoggard did a great job with the deep coverage, so he checked down to his underneath receiver there, but just threw it a little bit too low. And I'm not sure that he would have gotten anything if he had caught it. Prince William Oatman with the pressure on that, right?
Yeah, the inside pressure, the line kind of collapsed back on him, and he couldn't really step into the throw. He almost was bumped by his own lineman as he let the ball go. Oh!
Green did a good job of getting rid of that ball. He had two Hoggard defenders back there in the backfield with him, 95 and 98, Charles Kilborn and Prince William Oatman.
Big pressure that
forcing the
time
incomplete
from
pass.
Number 95,
And
Charles
you could
Kilborn,
tell he wanted to throw it. He had
Prince
11
William
in the
Oatman.
gap between the corner and the
Freshman
safety,
defensive lineman
but he couldn't let it go when he
applying
wanted
the
to because of the
to Ron
pressure. And so by the time he got
Green,
free,
pass.
he wasn't open
Third
anymore.
down,
Yeah, he took
10
the
to
first
go,
bump, and then the
football
second
45.
person was right on him.
And
Timeout.
Timeout
yep,
called
North
by
Brunswick.
North Brunswick.
I'll get my timeouts
Their
fixed here.
first
Sorry
timeout
about that.
of the second half.
North Brunswick calls a
2:09 to go.
timeout. So
North Brunswick trailing by 1 score.
big
20
play
for
coming up here,
Hoggard,
3rd and
12
10.
Big
for the
third down.
Scorpions.
Big.
Yes.
Just a reminder again, for those of you that might not have been listening in the first half, tomorrow night the varsity team will be in Leland to take on North Brunswick. We will not have that game for you. ATMC, the cable network in Brunswick County, will be broadcasting that game live on their YouTube channel. So you can find that link tomorrow at hoggardsports.com or at Hoggard Sports on Twitter. And we'll still have our scorebook live stats going, but you'll be listening to the Brunswick County folks take care of the play-by-play duties for tomorrow night's game. So
It is one of the benefits that this pandemic has kind of forced. I think going forward, there'll be a lot more access for people to be able to watch games.
absolutely. And it's been one of the things that's been so much fun is, you know, the family members in other states that never get to see people play,
Right, exactly.
former players that are, you know, playing in college or in college. It's been a lot of fun to see who's been able to watch. Back to the action here, and the flag comes down, and so does Teron Green. Good pressure there by the Hoggard defense, and those flags usually indicate holding, and that is the signal right there.
Penalty marker down on the
Two
play.
guys
Tackle
that
made by
we've
number
mentioned,
5,
Charles
95,
Kilborn
Charles
and
Kilborn.
James Williams in on the pressure
And
right there.
James Williams in there as well.
Got to believe you declined this, don't you?
Yes,
Holding penalty.
the referee's talking to the captains just for Hoggard to see. But
I mean, it would be 3rd and probably 20 or
Yeah.
25, but
we're asking the sideline, hollering over to Coach Quick, see what he wants to do here.
Yeah.
they are going to decline it. So it'll bring up
The holding
4th down
call
and 10.
against North Brunswick. Penalty is declined. And it brings up 4th down.
The interesting thing
Loss
is with
of 2
not
on
much
the
of a
play.
kicking game,
So 4th and
the
12
reason that I
from the
think there was a
43.
thought process in that is you think they're probably going to go for it.
Yeah.
Now, they may end up lining up to punt, but it's definitely more of a consideration for them going
13.
for it.
It does look like they're going to kick
Yeah,
it.
Mosley is back in punt formation. But no, I wouldn't.
Sort of.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that this guy could take off with it as well, though. He did kick it.
He does not line up very far behind the line of scrimmage, though. Hoggard almost blocked that.
Yeah.
And it is going to roll dead just
13 Eric Mosley with the punt.
shy
It is
of the
down to
40-yard
38-yard
line.
Not a
line.
19-yard
First and 10
punt,
Hoggard.
Coach.
Not much of a field position change, but we didn't have much of one with our kick either. So Hoggard back with an opportunity here to get a 2-score lead again here if we can put some points up on the board.
I'd like to see us get the ball down the field, need about 5-6 minutes off this clock and get a score out of it.
Joe Feeney was going in motion right there, and then we've got officials throwing
Penalty
flags
prior to
all over
play.
the place.
False
It's going to be a
start
false
against
start
Hoggard.
penalty against Hoggard.
It'll be 1st and 15 from the 33.
Now, I was looking. I didn't see anyone move. And then earlier, everybody moved, and we all saw it.
Yeah,
and,
that's the thing. I only saw Feeney was the only one in motion, which he's allowed to do.
Right.
And
back, the umpire right there behind the linebackers is the one that threw the flags, and he must have saw something. Good catch.
Sumner rolls out and hits
Fingertip grab made by number 2.
Skylar Merrill.
Skylar Merrill. Brody Sumner found him over on the right side in front of the Hoggard
Picks
sideline.
up about
12.
11 yards on the play.
11.
Yeah.
2nd and 4.
2nd down and 4.
Gain of 10, 2nd and 5.
4. 2nd and 5.
Well, the scoreboard says 4. My eyes say 4. Sumner under center this time. And he hands it off to Holler.
Direction.
He
Inside
might have
handoff,
gotten
number 8, Caden Holler.
about 1 yard
Tackle
short
just
there.
shy of
Nice little
50.
spin at the end of the play.
Actually tackled 3 yards shy of the 50, 1 yard shy of the first down marker.
Cody Callahan on the
Third and
tackle
very
there from
short.
North Brunswick.
Number 7,
So
Cody
third down and
Callahan
1
made the stop
as we are
for the
at
Scorpions.
about 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. This might be the final play of the quarter, depending on what happens. Tight formation for the Vikings. Everybody in close to the ball. Sumner under center. He hands it off to Holler, and he's got the first down. Moving over the left side of that
Great job by
Hoggard
the
offensive line
that time,
to
getting
pick up
strong
a first
push. Number
down.
8, Caden Holler keeps it on the ground. Power run game successful. It is a Hoggard Viking first
Tackle on the
down.
play by Eric Mosley.
Yep, play it
And
down, Coach.
That is the final play of the third quarter.
I guess they're going to let the quarter
At the end
run
of
out,
3
and there's an
frames,
injured
Hoggard
player
out front, 20-12.
out there on the
Injured
field.
player down
So
on the field.
we head to the fourth quarter of action here.
Big David Drayton, number 72, our left tackle, had a big push down there on that play. Caden kind of ran right up behind him and fell forward. David walked his man about 3 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Can't tell who that player is for North Brunswick that's down there in the middle of the field. You know, and that's one thing, you know, we've mentioned injuries. We've had some injuries, you know, at the varsity level and at the JV level. You know, that's something that affects everybody, but it really affects, you know, teams that don't have as many people on their roster. You know, an injury or two at North Brunswick is going to be more impactful than an injury or two at Hoggard, just from a sheer number standpoint. And that's another thing that I know that the coaching staff over there worries about, you know, with playing the kind of teams they have to play in the conference. It makes a difference.
That was Brandon Moody, number 4. He walked off under his own power. Seems to be okay. Just shaking up probably.
So the ball is resting right at midfield. 1st and 10 for Hoggard as they switch directions, and the Vikings will move toward the scoreboard end of the stadium. If I remember, I think, did we score a touchdown moving this way, or were all our touchdowns that way?
No, the first one to Kyle was down there.
Okay, yeah. Felt like all of our action had been down at this end, and their action had been at the end that we're headed. So Sumner under center again here. Been back and forth between under center and in the shotgun. Hands it off to
Nice hole.
Holler.
Nice cut.
Yep.
Moving over here off the left side of the offensive line again. Tackle on the play by Aiden Mateer. New name.
Yeah.
Second down.
Number 12 didn't get him. He gets 10, 15 more yards out of that.
Going back to your basketball analogy,
Pickup of
if you're
7
able to run the ball like
2nd and
this,
3.
you want to be able to keep doing it.
Yep.
So
Yep. No reason to
Keep that clock
take any
winding.
chances. Keep the clock moving. It's Holler again, this time going off the right side. Not as much success. Picks up a couple. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Tackle made by Camonte Carter. The last 2 plays mentioned 2 names for North Brunswick that we hadn't mentioned all night yet.
Yep.
Tackle made by 16, Camonte Carter. Very little pickup on 2nd down. 3rd and short. Ball's at the 42-yard line.
Still think you're in a situation here where you can run it or throw it. Different formation. Sumner in the shotgun. And he hands it to Holler again. And gets a good push and is going to pick up a first down.
Stays true. Handoff goes to Caden Holler. He goes across the 40-yard line, and the chains go down the field. 1st and 10 Vikings.
and just like the 3-point shot opens up the middle, that passing attack in the first half has seemed to space out North Brunswick a little bit.
56.
Nasir Hines on the tackle there for North
Scorpions.
Brunswick.
Big David Drayton was 3 yards downfield again. He's coming out. He's a little shaken up, but he's had a big push. I think he's just getting a drink, hopefully.
Yeah, get some water from Martin. Skylar Merrill in motion and a flag again. That's the
Penalty marker
second
comes out
time here
prior to the
that
snap.
we've had somebody going in motion and somebody's moving somewhere.
That time was our left tackle moved a little early.
That's the
Or
substitution
63.
that just ran in for David Drayton
Be a 5-yard
out for the
penalty.
water break.
Got a little anxious.
Backs the ball
Yeah,
up.
it was Evan Dillman. It might have been his first snap of the night.
It is now resting at the 43.
He was ready to go.
So 1st and 15. 10 minutes left to go. 1-score game. Hoggard's got a receiver lined up way out here over on this side. Sumner immediately hits Luke Skipper over there on the right side.
Pass
And
is called by number 30, Luke Skipper.
it is a completion, but no gain on the play, so 2nd down and 15. Tackle made by Gavin Lindbergh.
Defensive play was made by 66, Gavin Lindbergh. Lindbergh's been active tonight on the defensive line for North Brunswick. 2nd and 15 upcoming from the 43.
Yeah, when you just glance at the two sidelines, you see what you're talking about, the disparity of how many players they have.
Yep.
It's a significant difference.
I only count about 15 extra players over there on that sideline for them. Good
Sumner's
catch.
got Skylar Merrill open out here. A great
Breaks the
catch
tackle.
and run. Breaks the tackle and down to the 10-yard line.
Pigskin snapped
Nice
down
throw
out
and
of the
catch
sky. Hauled in by number 2, Skylar
By Skylar Merrill and brought down by number
Broke the tackle
16,
and got some
Camonte
yak.
Carter. But that's going to set up
Yards
a
after catch.
they're going to spot it at about the 12. So it's not a 1st and goal situation.
Rumbles
1st and
down to
10
the
at the
11-yard
12-yard line.
That was well done.
Before
Go meet the
16,
ball.
Camonte
Don't matter what
Carter
sport,
made
ball's
the
thrown
hit.
to you, you go meet the pass.
Yep.
1st and 10 Vikings.
Luke Skipper in the game behind Sumner. Merrill in motion. The pitch to Skipper. A little bit of a shaky snap and pitch there,
Luke
but Skipper gets a
the
hold of
toss,
it.
cuts
Brought
up
down
inside,
by
lowers
Eric
his
Mosley,
head for
but
some power running.
down inside the 10-yard line. Going to be spotted at
Held
the
up in the
8.
gap by
So
number 13,
2nd
Eric
down
Mosley.
and 6.
Did a great job
Put
of
a
just
fair
lowering his
hug
head
on
and
Skipper,
getting what was
took him to
available.
the turf after a pickup of 5 yards.
Didn't
2nd
dance.
down, ball's inside the 10.
Got upfield.
Clock moving. Hoggard doing a good job of gaining yardage and bleeding clock. And 2nd
It's
down
Luke
carry
Skipper
for
off the
Skipper.
right side this time.
Doesn't
Same
gain much
fellow made the
yardage.
tackle, Eric
Brought down by
Mosley.
Mosley again.
Mosley's done a little
3rd
bit of
down,
everything for the
still
Scorpions tonight.
6 yards
Scored
to
a
go.
touchdown. He's played running back. He's handled the
We're
kicking
under
duties.
8 minutes.
Made a number of tackles on defense.
Another situation here where if you can put points on the board in
may
any
end up
form, you
driving
make it a
bus home
2-score
tonight.
game with not a whole lot of time left. An offensive line substitution here for the Vikings.
3rd and 6.
Joey Minshew coming out. Not sure who went in.
Anthony Snyder went in, number
Okay.
70.
Skipper takes that handoff again.
Handoff again.
Gets
to
down
number
to the
30, Luke
5.
Skipper keeps the wheels churning into the pile.
It'll be 4th down
Gain of a couple.
Interesting call right
and
here.
about
We'll call
4
it
from
2.
the 6-yard
Absolutely.
line. Basically
4th and 4.
a long extra point.
The ball's at the 6.
Bringing an extra lineman in.
Yep, Will Myatt coming in.
Taking a lineman out, too, though.
Electing not to kick.
Yep. A big 4th down play here for the Vikings. 4th and 4. They can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Sumner rolls. He's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get there.
Number 4.
So the conversion
Landon
on
Moody.
4th down
Landon
fails.
Moody with
Nice
the tackle.
defensive Stop from North Brunswick.
6
It was
minutes
number
and
4,
18
Brandon Moody,
seconds on
and
the
6,
clock.
Amari Smith.
And
They
Hoggard's going
strung
to turn the
play
ball
out.
over on downs to the Scorpions.
Turnover on
Good
downs,
stand
and
by North Brunswick,
will
and
begin this drive
they
at
keep
the
it a 1-score
5-yard line.
game.
It's really a tough spot of the field to run that kind of play. There's short side of the field and not much in, you're so close to the end zone. It's a lot of people and a little bit of grass.
Yep.
We ran it. It was on that near side hash, and we only had 2 receivers on that side out out for passes, and both of them. And by the time he decided to keep the ball, Brody decided to keep the ball. It was there was just too much traffic. He couldn't get upfield.
Hand off to, I believe, number 13 again.
Ball carrier
Eric
number 13,
Mosley,
Eric
brought down
Mosley.
by Reagan Prenti.
Reagan Prenti
Gained
brought
about
him down
3 on the play. Second down
for a
and
gain of
7.
3 yards. 2nd and 7.
The last couple possessions, Hoggard's chosen to drop Jake Supak back, and you're most of the time with 2 deep safeties, which makes sense at this point in the ball game.
Yeah, you don't want nothing over the top to beat you right now.
Green's going to try to throw it. A lot of pressure there, but he escapes and gets
Broke
away.
a tackle, broke 3 tackles.
And he's going to pick up a first down.
Sure is.
There was a North Brunswick player down. He went down early on in that play.
Yeah.
Ball carrier number 3, the quarterback, Teron Green.
Jermaine Armour with a tackle for the Vikings.
Eventually brought him down.
I think there was 5 or 6 Vikings that got a hit in on him, but Jacob Supak was the man that finally brought him down.
That went from a loss,
Injured
almost a
player on the
safety,
field.
Yep.
to a first down.
Can you pick up that number, Johnny?
Cannot.
Looks like it's a single digit, doesn't it?
It does. Number 6, maybe?
I was kind of thinking maybe 6. Amari Smith.
Wide receiver DB.
Yep.
Yeah, that containment there, that hurt us there. We had them stop deep.
It has turned into a pretty nice night out here.
Seemed to be looking at his ankle a little bit there.
As we mentioned to you earlier, tonight's the last home JV football game, so it'll be the last broadcast that we do of JV football for this season.
He's got a cramp. Looking through the binoculars, they're pushing that foot back. They're trying to massage that calf a little bit.
It's good that it's not anything more serious than that. JV team will be at Topsail next week, as that is indeed number 6, Amari Smith. It is up and walking off under his own power. So next Wednesday, the JV team will conclude their season at Topsail. Once again, there's just not enough days to get the South Brunswick game in that we missed from back at the beginning of the season. The varsity team will be able to play South. That game will be on Monday, April the 5th. Yep.
Championship NCAA day.
Yep. We won't be doing that game either. That'll be another Brunswick County TV game. So.
Now, did you say who Topsail JV is playing tonight?
Topsail's JVs tonight. I can get this with process of elimination.
He likes the challenge, Daniel.
Let's see, Ashley and Hanover are playing, and Topsail's already played South. So does that mean they're playing West?
West or Laney's on.
West or Laney, yep. I think they've already played Laney. Pass is complete over there on the far side of the field, and that's going to be enough for another first down. Ball came loose and went out of bounds.
Jacob Supak knocked the ball loose on
Pass
the initial
complete,
hit.
number 14, Chase Blanks. Football came out.
Chase Blanks with that reception, but it's going to be another first down. As they've 2 plays, 2 first downs. Clock rolling here under 5 minutes, and North still within striking distance, just 8 points down.
Yeah, this game certainly feels like Hoggard has had much more success, but the scoreboard is only a 1-possession game.
Yeah, it doesn't reflect, that's for sure.
Oh, nice throw and catch. Michael Green with the ball. Teron Green to Michael Green, and a big gain for the Scorpions, eventually brought down by Zachary Miller, but
Pass from Teron Green, caught by
the
number
Scorpions
9,
are
Michael
into
Green.
Hoggard
He motored
territory
down
with
Hoggard's
their
sideline.
third consecutive play getting a first down.
Finally tackled by number 10, Zachary Miller.
Reagan Princey was out there in
The big play
short
for the
coverage, and the
Scorpions
ball
splits
just
the
over.
field.
He just couldn't get there. His fingertips. He jumped.
thought he
tried to
had
bat
it.
Yeah.
He did. He jumped the
39
route
yard line
and
of Hoggard, first
looked
and
like he
10.
had it. Just went right over top of him and ended up in a big play.
Also stopped the clock for North. That's big for them. Oh,
Teron
wide
Green had a
open.
man wide open and just overthrew him. There was good pressure there from
Michael Green
the
this
Vikings
time to the
late,
left
but
sideline.
he was wide open and would have walked into the end zone if they could have connected on that.
Get a
Cornerback and
hand
a
on.
safety were looking at each other like,
Brings up second.
you or me. A little confusion there.
Prenti came off the field. He's holding his back.
Second down and 10. Just inside the Viking 40-yard line. Oh,
ball. Good.
he did a great job of holding on to that ball.
He did.
98, Prince William.
Prince William Oatman met Teron Green,
He had a little help from Anthony David also, number
Yeah.
18.
and they stopped the clock. So is there a flag down
Sacked.
Appears.
that we
Loss
can't
of
see?
5.
Looks like he's going to tell us something.
An illegal shift.
Yeah.
I don't think North Brunswick realizes that there was a penalty on the play. They're lining up. And can't tell yet.
What Coach Quick wants to do here.
Well, the result of the play is going to be the same amount of
Yeah.
loss as the penalty
Fine,
and the
yeah.
down.
He's going to take the 5. Well, are they marking it off from where he got sacked?
Wow.
Wow.
That's not a very good job by the officials right there. They
What are
just
they doing?
they just marked off a penalty from the point at the end of the play.
That's where the ball should have been if Hoggard declined the penalty, but it would have been third down. Now it's second down.
Yeah, they've
But
got it
they've taken them
second
an extra
and
5 yards
20.
back.
And 20 yards to go.
Yeah, it would have been a no-brainer if they'd
From the
applied the rule
49-yard
properly
line.
because
It was 1st and 10 on the play originally, right?
Right.
well, it was second.
It was
and
second
10.
and 10.
2nd and 10.
Yeah. And they've started the clock. That's a backwards pass. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it
They
up.
didn't blow a whistle. Oh, now he's signaling, but I never heard a whistle.
Man, that from the angle that we're at right now, that is
was
a backwards pass.
We had a perfect angle on
Pass
it.
falls incomplete. It is off the hands of 13, Eric Mosley.
Well, a little
A
bit of
third
a.
and 20.
And there wasn't a whistle until very late.
Very late.
So
So it is 3rd down and 20. It ought to be 4th and 15.
Exactly.
or it ought to be Hoggard football, really.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Good job by 98.
There you go.
Big 98.
Great pressure in there.
Quarterback gobbled
Prince
up
William
again,
Oatman
98,
brings
Prince
down
William
Teron
Oatman.
Green. And it's 4th and a country mile for the Scorpions.
Is this the part where Tony would ask you how far a country mile is?
4th and
It is 4th
27.
down in Navassa. And North Brunswick is going to call a timeout something with 3 minutes, 19 seconds to play in the ball game.
Yep, I do. Get a little error with the clock here. Get that fixed.
Daniel, what's
And
your draw
our
up on
time-
4th and 27?
Well, our timeouts are right, correct? They only have one
It is-
timeout.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 and 1. Yep.
If North had 3 timeouts, I would go ahead and kick the ball here.
But they only got one.
But with one timeout, you just can't afford to do that.
But at the same time, like I just said, what do you do on 4th and 27 at a JV level?
Yeah, at a JV level, I think I roll number 3 out, and I try and get a ball downfield and hope I get a pass interference or I hope I get a broken coverage. They certainly have some athletes downfield. Number 11 has gotten open multiple times. Number 13 out of the backfield could get open. But obviously it's difficult. But I think you're going to have to roll him out because he's not – the pocket has been collapsing of late.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of rush up the middle.
And now the guys can pin their ear back so they know it's a pass.
13, you get him out, or 3, you get him out in space. Mr. Green, he can.
Yeah.
He's got some speed.
Get a sack. Get another sack.
Rush 4. And we got him. Oh, we got him. There we go. Flag now. I think it's going to be a face mask, Coach.
Quarterback is sacked again. Teron Green. Penalty marker.
Prince William Oatman was back there in the backfield again, but we have had a flag come out, and it is in that area where the way it was thrown, it looks like it might be a face mask on the Vikings. Could be holding. Personal foul, face mask
the personal foul
against the Vikings.
The
and so
that's what I meant. I meant you should just try and get a face mask.
Yeah. Well, you did say the word penalty.
I did.
So is that an automatic first down?
Yes. Personal foul. Oh, no.
No,
he's
saying
down.
fourth down.
Fouls.
So because it was so long.
So the officials mark off 15 yards.
So
the officials have us on our toes tonight. How about that?
Yeah, I thought that that was an automatic. That's an automatic first down at every other level.
I just hollered in the press box and asked Coach Cox, and he thought so as well.
There they roll him out.
4th and 21 still.
Yeah, good pressure.
Yeah, incomplete, and Hoggard does hold number 34, Quintel Green, in there with the pressure, and so
will take over on down.
good stop by the Hoggard defense,
Gets
forcing
back
some
out on the
long
field with just under 3 minutes to play in the game.
situations there for North Brunswick.
They got one timeout. I still think we need to get a first down. We get one first down, we should be able to hold on to the ball.
Of course, there they go starting the clock again on a change of possession.
Is that really the JV rule?
It appears to be. I know they don't do that at the varsity level.
No.
I don't do that at Pop Warner.
Got to figure that Hoggard's going to keep the ball on the ground here and hand off right there to Caden Holler.
Handoff goes to number 8, Caden Holler.
Tackle on the play by Cody
Hoggard trying to
Callahan.
eat up the rest of this clock. Gain of 5 yards. Cody Callahan with
Second
the
down.
takedown
Actually,
for
they're going to give him
Brunswick.
6 on the play, so second down and 4.
I think that was Cole Manning on that carry.
Really?
With them starting the clock on that possession, they may not even have to get a first down.
I'm not for sure.
See how
Maybe
North uses that timeout.
Maybe Cole was downfield blocking, but I don't know.
Under 10 seconds, and just now getting the play into Brody Sumner.
Not going to get this one snapped.
Yeah, we can
Take
take
a
a
timeout,
timeout there,
Coach.
Coach. Nope, didn't get the play off.
Penalty is against Hoggard. Delay of game penalty.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards and make it
5
second
yards
down
to
and
gain on
9.
First down is negated. It will be second.
1:38 to
and
play.
10.
North does have one timeout left, so I do think we need a first down here to be able to seal this win. Holler takes the handoff and gets just over the 35-yard line.
Handoff. Number 8, Caden Holler. Back to the
Third
45-yard
down and
line.
about 4.
Third and about 4 yards.
Number 4, Brandon Moody made that tackle, and Hoggard's got a man
North
down.
Brunswick, we have an injured Hoggard
I think
Viking
that's 72,
down at
David
45.
Drayton.
So North has not used that final timeout. Got to believe that they will if they can get a stop right here on third down. So Hoggard will have a 3rd and 3 when we get back to action here. And they're helping David Drayton up, and
Injured
He's
players
walking
number
off the field.
72, David Drayton.
Let's see what Coach Rod Quick tells his offense right here. Needing 3 yards to seal this victory and move the Viking JV team to 4-1.
The clock should start. Don't be in a hurry to snap it. Like I said, it should.
Yep. Who knows what they'll decide to do.
3rd and 3 for Hoggard.
And they do wind the clock.
So, no hurry.
Hoggard should have let that.
Yeah, but we're going to get the first
But
down.
it's not
It
going to
won't
matter
matter now.
because Holler is going to get the first down. So
Halfback toss left side.
nice toss and run right
Cade
there.
Holler.
Pick up a
He's
first
down the
down.
sideline, crosses the 35.
and
Hoggard Viking first down. It
That
moves
should
the
put
chains.
this one in the books.
1 minute remaining in the ballgame.
Should be able to just take a couple of knees here. North could stop the clock one more time if they wanted to, but kind of think they'll.
Especially with the clock running on a change of possession. You're really out of luck.
Hoggard in the victory formation here. Sumner's going to take it and take a knee.
You don't have to
Hoggard
snap it
lines up
again.
in the victory formation on first down.
And yep, that does it. So
And that
Hoggard
should do
JV
it.
team moves to 4-1 on the season, bounces back from a tough loss on Saturday afternoon, Delaney, and a nice 20-12 win here at Scott Braswell Stadium. 3 touchdown passes from Brody Sumner to Kyle McCarthy, accounted for all of the Viking touchdowns, and just a good, really good first half. For the Viking
And that's
offense, and
it.
then the defense
That's
did their
all.
job
That's the ballgame.
in the
Final
second
score
half.
tonight from Scott Braswell
After
Stadium,
that
Hoggard
initial
Vikings
drive where North got
20,
the
North
game to a
Brunswick
one-score
12.
game, the defense
That
was able to hold.
concludes
So
the home schedule.
Yeah, and they ran the ball well in the
for the
second half. They
JV
just got
Hoggard
down
Vikings.
inside the red zone and
Final
couldn't punch
game
it
of the
in.
season
But
will take place next
it was a good game. Good win.
North made a good adjustment on the passing
Okay.
game. We didn't
Hempstead,
have what we had in the first half
as
there.
Hoggard takes on the Pirates of Topsail.
That's what those half times are for, is to make those adjustments.
As always,
They
I
seem to
had
did a
fun.
pretty good job
I
of
hope you
that.
did too. Everyone drive home safely.
Well, guys, appreciate you all joining us tonight. Daniel and Johnny, thanks for filling in tonight. Good job on the broadcast here, and it's been good to be able to bring you these JV games from the stadium here that we have this year, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to do this next year when the JVs are back at home again. The game up at Topsail will be on the NFHS network. You do have to subscribe to that, but the JV game next Wednesday will be available for that. It's about $10 a month, and you can cancel at any point in time. So if you can't make it up to Topsail next Wednesday, you can watch there. Tomorrow night, the varsity game, the ATMC YouTube channel, and then we'll be back with you next Thursday. Not Friday night football next week, but Thursday. Next Thursday when Topsail comes here to Hoggard. So
Urge people to look at that stream there with the it's hard to say that so fast. The
NFHS,
yeah. Especially with a possible playoff run coming, you don't know where we end up on the road. You got that for 30 days, as Coach said, so it might come into play later on in April.
And we will have a first-round home playoff game. We know that, but we won't know how many home games we have until the draw happens. So thanks for joining us tonight. Once again, the final score in the JV game, Hoggard 20, North Brunswick 12. And we'll see you next Thursday night, a week from tonight, for varsity action, Hoggard and